What's going on, folks? This is Acid Roots Wired, and welcome to another episode of Guitar Hero. I believe this is episode 26, and we're gonna get further in with this game. So the main thing about it is after this episode, there's only 10 more bonus songs to do, and then there's 3 more storyline songs, which we don't do any of the storyline songs in this episode, but the next episode there will be more of them. And then I'll try to somehow balance, really, because there'll only be one song after the next episode left in storyline. I'm going to have to do quite a bit more bonus songs. But I think, basically, this is part 26. So part 27 will be songs 28, 29 in the storyline. Then part 27 will be a couple more bonus songs in. So we'll get it taken care of. It's just going to be kind of interweaved with what goes on. I also don't know what's going to wind up happening with, the final song. So we'll just have to see how that kind of turns out and such. But this song right here is actually kind of brief. I was surprised by it. It was actually a nice little jaunt doing this one. But I've kind of had some music that's been on my mind, and I've been trying to get some of these in motion. Like, got a 50 Cent review coming soon. I'll get that taken care of. And got some other ones on my mind and stuff. So this is some good stuff. It's December, so this is kind of seeing what's up with some of this. So yeah, I saw the Needle Drop and a few others talk about what they think is going to happen with the Grammy predictions. I do actually like the Grammys. I don't dislike them to the point saying they kind of try to go with commercial ones. The only reason why they do that is just because they don't want to give awards to, I think, folks that are just not going to even show up. There's just always that kind of vibe where, it's commercial versus not. And I think I did back in the day seeing MGK at the Grammys just because he was a pretty big underground one. But the problem with it is once you go Grammys, you kind of go commercial, and if you don't win a Grammy, you're not commercial. So there's no real. It's very rare and uncommon to find artists who will win Grammys but don't try to start selling out and go in that way. That's kind of, I don't want to say that's what's happening with Doja Cat, but the thing about it is Doja Cat used to be a big internet rapper, but she really is huge now, and that's the thing. She's doing songs for the Elvis soundtrack and that type stuff. So it's just kind of, I'm not gonna let the girl not live it up. I definitely feel if that's what she wants to do, and I don't even mean to say it like that. I appreciate the concept of Doja Cat getting larger, but it's just kind of, you look at the commercial aspect where some folks probably are going to complain and say, oh well, Doja Cat's first album that she did back before she was famous is the best one. It's I like Planet Her, and I liked Hot Pink too. Both of those are pretty solid. So, but yeah, so it's just kind of, we'll see what happens with the Grammys this year, but at least we don't have to blame COVID and that type of stuff for differential things happening. So, yeah, and just like that song's already over. It's interesting. But yeah, that's a large venue. It's definitely probably at least 30 rows worth of seats in that place, something like that. 25, What else has been going on here? Yeah, in terms of other things in music, I guess there was the AMAs and that type of stuff. I didn't really pay attention to that. I don't know, I didn't watch the VMAs this year either. A couple years back I watched the VMAs and that type of stuff. Occasionally will do videos circulating around those awards. I just couldn't think of anything on time to do it. It's just, I don't know, kind of preoccupied. I try to do those sometimes, but the problem with doing those award shows is I feel I have to bring my own vestige towards it rather than just kind of have it be just me recording some of the concert or the footage. I like throwing some jokes in there and that type of stuff, just being able to see what's up. But I might do that. I don't know. It's gonna be kind of. I think I probably should do something that has to do with the Grammys, but I don't know the degree. I mean, it's coming up in like January or February, so I've got a little bit of ways to worry about it. But it would be a nice extra touch to kind of do. But I'm just trying to think of like the albums, at least in terms of rap music, that are gonna win this year. You've got like the Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, and then you've got like the Pusha T album, It's Almost Dry. And then you've got like Jack Harlow, and I'm trying to think of who else really came out this year. Oh yeah, Drake. So it's just kind of very much like the foothold of what's been going on. But to me, I've just been so preoccupied with finding all this music that's from yesteryear. I really just didn't even bat an eye at 2022 for the most part. But another thing. Rock music's been hella quiet too. That's kind of, I don't know, like Korn dropped an album in February and I was like, what the fuck, why have I not heard about this? You know, it's kind of like, what's actually going on here, you know? I'm so surprised. I mean, normally Korn is all over the radio. I mean, maybe it's just because I haven't been listening to rock radio enough, but I really feel like Korn just was kind of completely lackadaisical this time around. I mean, I loved their promotion for the Nothing album, even though it was relatively short, but the album they did before the Nothing, the Serenity of Suffering, that was like back like they were in the 90s. That was like their biggest album in a long time, but they just didn't do that. They kind of did it with the Nothing, but they didn't do it with Requiem. And then Limp Bizkit quietly put out an album back in November of 2021. Like, I forget what it was. I think it was called Still Sucks or something like that. I do need to get into looking into that because I still like Limp Bizkit. I know how many people hate them, but I don't know why. You know, I think they just moreover hate Fred Durst more so than anything else. But it's just kind of... This is a tough song. Like, I was kind of getting a little bit annoyed here at the end. This goes balls to the wall at the very end, and this was starting to piss me off. But... I mean, I probably should have used Star Power a bit, but that would have made it more difficult. I mean, I like Star Power, but it turns all the keys blue, so I can't necessarily see what... I mean, I kind of use the colors to be able to tell me which button to press. But, I mean, true Guitar Hero players will know the buttons, but this is kind of like, yeah, you know. And this diva rock star up here. Yeah, I think some rock stars could stand to look like her. I definitely think Amy Lee pulls it off, but there needs to be more rock divas like that. I think a few others. Courtney Love, some of them. Avril Lavigne, she definitely does. That's just kind of the situation, but yeah. So, yeah, I mean, this month is just so barren. That's the thing, is that, I mean, sometimes you'll get music releases that really bombard the year. Like, I remember, like, Tech Nine dropped his album The Storm in December 2016, and I just found out that Metallica is going to drop an album in April 2023. But, yeah, I mean, there just was... Sometimes the years are just more blockaded than others, but, you know, really... There was the Drake and 21 Savage album, and, you know, I just really can't think of too much that's really been out and about this holiday season. These are supposed to be stocking stuffers, you know, like, what the hell? But, alright, so, folks, yeah, that should about take care of it. We'll get a couple more songs next time. We'll get the penultimate couple songs of the story mode, and then you'll see more of these bonus songs and such, so, yeah.